Kent, behind me we have the Cadillac of pickups. If Cadillac indeed built pickups. It is the 2015 Sierra Denali 1500 with what engine?
6.2 and an 8-speed automatic.
Wow, this is one of the most powerful engines you can get in a half-ton, and we're going to take it up the IKE Gauntlet to see how this Cadillac of pickups tows. And that is coming up next
On the Fast Lane Truck.
What's the best towing truck in the land? That is a really simple question, and one that we're going to answer at the first annual TFL Truck Gold Hitch Awards. That's right, coming in April, we're going to find out which of the trucks in 4 classes, yes, light duty, heavy duty, and midsize, and of course large SUV, can tow the best. So other channels may have most fun cars, may have some kind of engineering thing. Not here. We're going to find out what's the best towing truck in the land, and that is coming up on April 8th. It's going to be called the TFL Truck Gold Hitch Award, and guess what? We're going to live stream it so you can find out when we find out. Kent, we are once again heading up the IKE Gauntlet in a slammed Sierra Denali 1500, except it never says Sierra anywhere.
I just lost my odometer thing because I pushed the middle button and went to the odometer instead of whatchamacallit.
Uh-oh. Oh, you gotta find it.
Yeah, it's wanting to go all over.
Uh-oh. All right. Yeah, I'll try it. So how's it going? How's it feel?
Well, it feels good. Now, this is a quiet truck, so you don't hear all the noise you do in some trucks, even though this is a V8 and has that V8 rumble. It's a quiet rumble and that 8-speed. Now, we're getting boxed in here.
Yep, of course, kind of stuck.
Yeah, we're not pulling anywhere near maximum capacity, so we're, you know, we'd be wide open throttle in this 80 miles an hour too if we wanted to, but we're not going to. We're going to be the speed limit. So there's a Jeep on the back of that truck. That's what a Jeep looks like.
Okay, cool.
Let me pull over here.
Yep. Let me see here. I'm trying to get you. There we go.
Okay.
I got you back in the game again. Now, if this were a Silverado, GM would say that the styling is a fist into the wind. But since it's a GMC Denali, it is a glove fist into the wind. You see the difference? So once again, this is an extreme test of a truck's performance because we're going from about, well, 9,000 to about 11,000, and the higher we go, the less air density there is, and so we lose about 30% power. And even though this is a freaking big V8, the issue is it loses 30% power.
That's right, but this is such a smooth truck. I mean, even at 5,000 RPM, it doesn't sound that loud, and it shifts so smooth. That 8-speed, the gear spacing is beautiful. It's just right so that you don't have that jerk each time you shift, even in tow mode when you're wrapping up the RPMs. Now, I'm not proud of this on grade shifting. I think part of that because this has, instead of the 342 for the higher towing capacity, this one has the 323.
Yeah, coming down the mountain, we use grade shifting to slow the truck down, and let's face it, it wasn't doing a great job.
Right, it was kicking in at low RPMs, which didn't do any real grade braking.
Under the hood, you'll find a proper American V8. That's right, it's a 6.2 liter that puts out 420 horsepower, and get this, 460 pound-foot of torque. It's mated to a 8-speed, count them, 8-speed automatic transmission, and of course, it can power all 4 wheels, which I think are beautiful.
Well, honey, you got in my way, and I can't tell what you're doing now.
We've got a lot of road rage going on up this Gauntlet. People are not happy because, you know, we're towing. What are we supposed to do, guys? You know, it's...
see, that's the problem with that kind of mirror over there. It doesn't tell you exactly what's in this mirror. It appears smaller or larger.
Yep.
And that messes you up, too, when lane changes come along.
Yeah, let's face it, these are not towing mirrors.
No, they're not. They're a little on the small side, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend these. I mean, a trailer like this where we can see past the Bronco in the back is good, but you know, in the horse trailer, in the RV, you couldn't see around the sides at all.
Now I do have the stopwatch going here, but you know, I think it's going to be irrelevant because if you were to floor it now, would you exceed the speed limit?
At some point,
yeah,
not all the way up, but yeah, at some point, and that's back to that gear ratio, because this is not going to have the RPMs. And if we can catch those gears, it'll give us a higher top end, but we're not going to be able to accelerate fast enough to use that top end. But that's part of the grade shifting on this. I mean, shifting at 35 and 25, sometimes 45, which that's what it takes to really get engine braking and grade shifting, and it really didn't do that coming down.
Now inside, the glove and fist style motif continues because everything I touch is soft, everything I touch feels expensive, and everything is elegant and butch at the same time. That is not easy to accomplish. And you know what? This better be the Cadillac of trucks, because at almost $58,000, it is one expensive $1,500 pick-em-up truck. You start exceeding the speed limit right there, so yeah, I mean, it has plenty of power, and the reason, of course, we're using only 7,200, which is well below this truck's limit, is because that's what we tested the other V8s on.
Exactly.
And so we're trying to stay consistent, especially for the Gold Hitch Award. And now, keep in mind, once we get past this year, we're going to up that number, but to keep it consistent for now, we're using this number. And we're going to have to up it, because when Nissan comes in here with their kind of tweener truck, right? It's in between heavy duty and the light duty, right? It's going to be able to tow a lot, we think. Do you like the looks of this interior?
Oh, I love it. This is the bling bling truck. I mean,
it is a bling bling truck. Yeah.
If you're into rap music, you'll just go right into it. But this is a cool truck. It's really weird that it has no labeling other than Denali. It doesn't tell you it's a Sierra. It doesn't tell you it's 1500. And it tells you Denali is embedded in the wheels. It's embedded in the bed liner, so they really like the Denali name on it. But that's all you see. It's a very classy truck.
It is. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, it's a classy truck, and it's a very quiet truck, right?
It is. It is. Yeah, it's
even at full boil right now, we're talking, and my voice is up higher than it normally would be, so you guys can hear me. But for the most part, you can carry on a conversation normally while towing with no problem. All the trucks now are so quiet.
Oh, sure. And this is more like driving a car. It's how it feels. It's how it shifts.
So we always want to see how much these trucks squat when we hook up the trailer. So let's just measure it now. Before we hook up the trailer, we're at just under 39 inches. So we'll see when we hook it up how much it actually squats down.
It doesn't, shift like we're used to in a truck with, especially in tow mode, a little harsher shift. This is just smooth all the way through. So, you're just kind of forgetting that you're towing a trailer with it.
Yeah, I think refinement is a good word to use for this truck, because you can tell they spent a lot of time sweating the details. Everything you look at is very nice, very elegant, very stylish. The stitching. It just feels like, I am a boss of some big mining company or some fracking company, and this is my truck, and I'm proud of it.
And this is real aluminum. It's a real truck, and that's what you should get for this much money. You should get things made out of real metal, not plastic everywhere. Now, it feels like you're struggling a little bit. The speed limit is 60. Well, we are pulling back. Yeah, this is one of the steeper parts here.
Are you floored?
The semis. Yeah, I'm floored.
You're wide open.
You can see the semis are pulling back too, but and this one, because it is so smooth, it gets over 60 easily and you don't know it, and it's hard to keep this right where you want it without cruise control.
I mean, think about this. 420 horsepower minus 30%. Now, I'm not good at math, but I can tell you that's over 120 horsepower when we get to the top that we're down.
Yeah.
So we're more like at 300 horsepower and not at 420. Of course, towing's about torque, but nevertheless, normally aspirated engines, those that don't have turbochargers, right? Forced induction, they really suffer up here, and even this big displacement engine is suffering, I can tell. So let's measure how much we squatted from when we measured it. So we were at 39, we're at 36, so about 3 inches. But you know what? Since this is kind of a down low sort of truck, it actually looks really good squatting. Whether I'm blinding oncoming traffic or not is another question, but as a lowrider, as a slammed Cadillac of trucks. It looks good.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's a smooth truck, like I was saying, and I can't go wide open throttle because we go too fast. That's the problem. And this one, actually, the towing capacity is 9,200 pounds. If this had a 342 axle, we could go, I think it's 11,900. And if it's two-wheel drive, we could go 12,000. So you've got a large range of towing capacities with this engine, with this transmission.
You know, I would love to be able to compare like an F-150 with the same gear ratio as this, as a Ram, but getting that is almost impossible. That is the holy grail. Literally, it is that hard for us to get it because, you know, you've got different cab configurations, you've got different rear gear axle ratios, and it's impossible to compare apples to apples. So we do the best that we can, guys, given the limitations of getting trucks.
Right. And I can't keep wide open throttle up. It just gets up there, and then I've got to back off. So. Okay, this Denali's got that same bed they came out with a couple years ago, but I like this truck actually in 2014. This has that easy lift tailgate that drops down and helps you get it up. It's got the step-in corner on the bumper and the handle. This one has a sprayed-in bed liner, and there's 10 places, count them, 10 places to tie your cargo down. And this bed is 5'8", which is a respectable bed. That's the short bed.
Yeah, so it's kind of a seesaw effect in a little way.
Yeah.
And it could be that 8-speed transmission.
Well, that shifting, you know, I think some of that, the axle ratio, this actually running at lower RPMs.
Yep.
And so, I don't know, I mean, it takes a little more throttle to get going than it would if it was
now it's flying.
Yeah, see, we're staying right around 61 right there.
And we're at the steepest part. Yeah,
every time I back off, I lose RPMs, of course.
Yeah.
So you start over. But this transmission does map right. It does keep you in the RPM bands. So it's not a big deal. So you can always pick up speed and get that passing speed, but you just don't get that jerk in the seat that you know you're going faster. So you got to watch it because it's a sneaky little rascal. It's so smooth. It's sneaky.
All right, we're coming up to the end here, and we're at 7:30, and we're coming to the lights, which signal the fact that we're almost at the top of the IKE Gauntlet.
This Denali is rated to tow 9,200 pounds because it has a 3:23 axle ratio. That's not the best ratio they have for towing, but that's where it's rated at. And we're towing about 7,200 pounds. We're doing that because that's what we towed the other V8s in the half-ton class with when we towed the Lincoln. So this new trailer, compared to the Lincoln and the old trailer, is about 100 pounds more. So we're very close to apples comparing these trucks going up the IKE Gauntlet.
It was sort of kind of clean run. You know, getting a clean run is always tricky. So let's see what the time is. But I wouldn't take this. I'd take this with a pretty big grain of salt because once again we were able to change the way that you kept the power on, and we got red lights.
What the heck?
Yeah, stop! Like that's never happened before. The time is 7:57, and we've actually hit a red light for some reason. Wow.
That guy's playing with it.
Yeah. We've never had that happen.
Yeah, that would be a surprise because they don't tell you far enough in advance. You know what's
Maybe they knew we were coming.
Wow. Yeah.
Maybe they knew we were coming
lucky
too
to stop
fast.
that quick. Yeah.
What's our fuel economy? 4.3. 4.3 mpg, going to the top of the IKE Gauntlet, and first time ever we hit a stoplight.
And we were using our new test trailer. This is a tilt trailer from Load Trail and Aaron there at Jayhawk Trailers in Denver. We're pulling this 68 vintage Bronco, and this is the easy loader because this tilt trailer just loads like a Lamborghini. It's 7 degree ramp, and I'm stuttering.
What the hell? A Lamborghini? It loads like a Lamborghini? What does a Lamborghini load?
I mean, you could load a Lamborghini because of that low 7 degrees.
Loads
so
like a Lamborghini, dude.
I'm sorry. It's a fast trailer though.
It's a load of you know what?
I'm sorry.
As we wrap up another episode of the IKE Gauntlet, would you say that this is a truck that's more of a workman-like truck or more of a show-me kind of truck?
This is the boss's truck.
This is the boss's truck.
And it's laid out like an office. You know, you got such well-designed systems for plugging in your power, plugging in your files, everything. This is, this is the guy who can write this off his taxes. That's who buys this truck.
Heck yeah, this is the Cadillac of trucks. As always, this is Roman saying thanks for watching, and over here is MrTruck.com. Wait, that's not your name.
Yeah, what is it, Mr. Truck?
MrTruck.com. No, it's Ken Sudley.
Oh, okay.
So check out TFLTruck.com for more news, views, and of course, all kinds of cool IKE Gauntlet reviews. And keep in mind, we're doing the first annual TFL Gold Hitch Awards coming up very soon, where we crown the best truck in the land. Will this be it? We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
It's a contender.
Stay tuned. It's a contender. Bye.